person.
Study.
Let me tell you,
you gotta
when
study.
when it came to this man, I did my homework. I ain't gonna. When we started talking, first of all, it took him a while to ask for my phone number. We would just text in. We was Facebook messaging for a very long time.
For a good minute.
For a very long time.
No one trying to get into that, man. I wasn't. No.
He wasn't, and we were just flirting back and forth and whatnot. And we just, going into each other DM, just talking. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna ask you some questions. I'm gonna be honest. I want to know everything I can about you because I need to know who I'm dealing with.
Right.
And I want to know. And the more I learned about him, the more it was like great homework assignment for me. Like, I know people don't like homework, but it was, every day I look forward to finding something out about him that I didn't know. And then I wanted to remember it. So that way, if something came up, I'd be like, I could say something that he said he liked because I remembered it. Like, I studied this man.
You gotta study.
I was intentional about it.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. So,
yeah.
Ebony, I don't, what you said, how do you get to that place?
What place is that?
What place is that, Eb? Ulysses says, when you know you have a calling on your life, how do you embrace it? For one, when you know that you have a calling, right? You, for one, ask God for direction. And you have to surround yourself with people that of the same sort, right? You can't, if you know you have a calling on your life, you can't hang out with people of the things that you used to do. Right? Because you got to have people that's accountable. You got to have, you have to change your environment, and you got to have accountability. You got to have somebody that you can be accountable to help you and recognize when you are slipping into that old person, or even to speak to that ministry in you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have people around you that can see your areas of weakness and know, okay, you can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? So let me bring you on over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is key. You got to be real and open and honest and raw with God.
That's it.
Because a lot of times your calling is a place of uncomfortability. Your calling is
it's not comfortable at all.
It's a source of pain. And a lot of times you would rather do it another way. Prime example was Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he was asking, is there another way? I don't want to go to this cross, man. Come on. It got to be another way that we can do this. It's got to be another way. But he went to God, and he's stupid. He went to God. He went to God, and he was real. He was raw. He was like, listen, I'm having issues with this. Help me. You can't, because this is the thing. You can't embrace the calling on your own. You can't walk in the calling under your own strength. You need God. So you got to cling to God like never before. And you got to be able to, just pull on him and be like, listen, I'm feeling some type of way. I don't want to do this. Or
here's the thing,
I'm weak in this area.
Not my will, but your will.
Yeah.
And that sometimes may be a hard pill to swallow, right? Because we think that we've heard from God, or we have an agenda for our life, and we see and we like, okay, I got this thing. I know I'm supposed to be doing ministry. I know I got a calling on my life. I know I'm supposed to be doing this. And granted, you may be, right? But God may have your process. Your process may not look like the next person's process, right? And it's that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
At the same time, and sometimes we have to set aside our will and say, okay, I know this is what I want to do, God, but what is it that you call me to do? What is it that you want me to do? Show me who I'm supposed to be connected to, God. I don't want to just be doing it just to say I'm doing it, but I want to do it, and I want lives to change. And when I walk in the room, God, I don't want people to see me, but I want them to see you. And you have to literally take on Christ. And when you have to die to yourself, when you are on a mission, it's not about you. Anytime that I'm on a mission, it is not about Raquel. I literally have to die to Raquel, remove Raquel, decrease everything about Raquel, and increase everything about God.
And you gotta, and the first step in doing that is literally you gotta take time away. You gotta isolate.
Social media,
you gotta get in God's presence.
Family.
You gotta really get to that.
If you ain't got no prayer closet, then hit me up. I got a prayer box.
StartPrayingBoxes.com. Right? Get you a prayer box. Right?
Okay, so Ebony says, not wanting to be alone. How do you figure out what you want when you're so used to pleasing other people? That's when you literally set aside people pleasing, right, Eb? And you have to spend time with you. And so you don't want to be alone, right? You don't want to be alone, but for a short period of time, you may have to be alone. Because here's the thing, and that's I couldn't even be around my homegirls, my friends, because nobody understood what I was doing. And everybody was like, oh, you acting funny? Like, why you ain't coming around? And I couldn't tell them what I was doing because they would never understand it. And then if I gave them explanation, then I'll start talking myself out of it. Like, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that's something that you have to put on your blockers, and you have to spend some time, one-on-one time with God, right? And you have to be okay with going with your son. Go to the movies. Go out to eat. Spend time with yourself and with God and with your son. Yeah. And then once you get comfortable and I'm telling you, you'll get to the point where you don't even realize that you're lonely. And sometimes it's a benefit of being lonely. Yeah. It is definitely a benefit of being lonely, because right now what happens is when you're lonely, you're not settling. So you may feel like everybody around me is dating, everybody else got somebody, woo woo woo, but girl, you don't know the hell they going through. Yeah. You don't know how depressed they really are. Everybody's social media happy, but we don't really know what's going on. Yeah. So you have to skip all that. You know what a lot of that stuff look like already because of what you've been through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And so you have to take ownership. Let me give you strategy, right? Like this. So you may still be like, okay, so still, how do I do that? Get you a piece of paper, right? Sit down and write down what you're passionate about and what you like to do in 2 columns. What you're passionate about and what you like to do, right? If you're passionate about children, right? If you're passionate about books, if you're passionate about animals, right? Write those stuff down. Then from that, from what you wrote down, then so from what you wrote down, right? Then put like 3 different ways that you can work out what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about kids, put a dash, visit a children's hospital, or volunteer at a children's shelter. If you're passionate about animals, go down to what's that place in that mall that we were in, Mall of Georgia, where you can just pet dogs and all this kind of stuff. So put down what you're passionate about, and then put down what you like to do. If you like to go bowling, if you like fishing, then do that. Like, just do that, because a lot of times what happens is we wait on other people. Oh, do y'all want to do this? Do y'all want to do that? Being alone, you have the greatest freedom that you could possibly have, because you ain't got to wait on nobody.
And you're not accountable to nobody.
You ain't got to wait on nobody.
You don't have to consider nobody else's feelings. Like, I know we all, and I'm not going against relationship, right? Because I'm very happy and very secure, and I love my relationship, and it's been a long time coming. So I'm just so God, you're so fun. God, you're so awesome. God, you're wonderful. I can go to all night about how grateful I am. So but thank you. Stop. But you're not accountable to nobody. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to consider nobody else's feelings. Yeah. So while you are in this place, you do whatever it is that you want to do.
Do what you like.
When you want to do it.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got to consider, like, okay, I can't stay out all night.
Because it's my perspective. If you focus on the negative in any situation, if you focus on the fact that you don't have anybody, then you'll miss out on the fact that you don't have anybody, right? Like, so right. If you focus on the fact that I'm alone, then you miss out on the fact that I'm free. I don't have to answer nobody.
Change your perspective.
I can go when I want to go.
Ooh, that's good,
I can come when I want to come. I can leave. I don't have to answer. If I want to go to a movie, if I want to go work out whenever I want to, there's a freedom in being by yourself, And
let me just say this, right? Because I was lonely for a great deal of time. This man was worth the wait. It was worth it. I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy, right? Doing stuff by yourself and all that. But when I tell you it was worth it, like, I'm really trying not to get emotional right now, because I think back on how miserable I was and how lonely that lonely place is. You know what I'm saying? And it was very, very hard for me. Starting out, going to the movies by myself, or doing stuff by myself, or not texting somebody just to be a space filler, right? Because that's what they were. Guys I was texting just to text was space fillers because I just wanted conversation. I just wanted somebody to talk to me, right? And to hold a conversation, just a text to make my night go by fast or whatever the case may be. But the reality is they were space fillers.
Yeah.
And while spending time with them and filling up space, man, it was a lonely place. It was very uncomfortable at first. I'm not even gonna lie. It ain't all peachy keen, right? But it's worth it because once you get to that place where you'll know who's stepping up to you. Like, again, had I not been in that place where I rid myself of those soul ties or even took the time out for myself, I wouldn't be able to recognize the great man that he is. And let me just say this too. Don't think of all your bad experiences like very bad. Be grateful for those relationships that didn't work, right?
Man,
be grateful for them because they prepared them. Man, it's straight up preparation.
Because if I hadn't been through the hell that I've been through,
if I hadn't been through what I've been through,
I wouldn't be equipped in order to
know
love
how to
her
handle
effectively.
him. I wouldn't even know.
So
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't know, bro.
Like
so it's you got to get to the place, right? And I'm gonna give you another thing, a strategy thing, something that I use. Like, write out like a confession or a declaration, and if you need some help, like send her a message or send me a message. We'll put one together for you that you recite. Like, I have declarations on my mirror.
I have affirmations all over.
When I see them, I say them, and it gives my mind a direction, something to think about. It gives me an opportunity to shift my focus because you can't allow yourself to get in that place where you're emotionally winging it. Like, you can't, because you get to that place, I'll say it again, where you're trading your process for presence, right? You'll get lonely, and it's in that process.
That's so good.
It's in that process of you, because being lonely after a relationship is like an addict going through detox.
Teach, babe.
Right? It's you've been addicted. You've been so used to this addiction for so long that once it's taken away, now you gotta wean yourself. You gotta go through the process of getting this out your system. And it's not comfortable. You might have the shakes. You might be all over the place. You can't get comfortable. You may be in pain and all that kind of stuff. But it's all a part of the process. And once you get through that weaning process and you realize the fact that, you know what, this was worth it. Like, I had to go through that because if I would have stayed in that place of addiction, then I would have kept destroying everything that I would have been connected to and potentially destroyed the thing that God had for me, right? So God allowed me the opportunity to stay in this place where I'm lonely, where I feel disconnected, where I'm going through these issues, because it's working out of me what I've been used to. Because in order to get what you've never had, you got to do what you've never done.
Yeah.
And I may have never really looked at myself in the mirror and come face to face with the stuff that's happened to me. I may have never really fully grieved the loss of a loved one. I may have never really grieved the relationship. I may have never really broken off this soul tie. So I gotta get through that weaning process, and it's uncomfortable. Right? It's uncomfortable, and it makes you want to reach out to somebody. It makes you want to do something. It makes you want to act out. But if you compromise the process for somebody's presence, the only thing that you're going to do is continue the cycle, right? And this moment that you're in is breaking the cycle.
Wow.
It's breaking the cycle of unfulfilled relationship.
Wow.
So in order to break that cycle, you got to detox. You got to get him out of your system. You got to get that way of thinking out of your system. You got to get that approach to relationship out your system. And it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. What's the next question?
Wow, babe. How do you balance work and your relationship? You can handle that.
Okay.
You don't even want to working.
Whatever, you working. See, it's about it's about being consistent in your effort.
Intentional.
Yeah, it's about intentional, consistent effort. Like if you're gonna work, there are times, I work 12, 14-hour days, right? After that, even though I may be tired, I can't then get off work and be like, hey, I'm going home, I'm going to sleep, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Because what I've done is I've missed an opportunity to exercise consistent effort, right? So in order to balance that, then I have to make sure that I'm putting forth the same amount of effort in my relationship as I am doing in my job, right? Because I'm working my job because of where I want to be. I'm working my relationship because of where I want us to be, right? My job is for where I want to be. Our relationship is where I want us to be. So I'm working both because I have a focus in mind. So I'm on this job and I'm working all these hours and I may be on a job I hate and I'm on this, but I see the bigger picture, right? I see what I'm working towards. I see that there's a promotion that's coming up ahead. I see that I'm not going to be here always. So this, in that same token, that when I get off and I'm tired, now now it's time to put in work over here because I see where I want us to be. Because I need her to understand that my job is not more valuable to me than her. Because this is the truth. While our job is a resource, it's not the source. And we treat our jobs like it is the source and everybody else is a byproduct. It's the resource. So we put all our focus, energy, and effort into our job and we have nothing else for our relationship. And then when our relationships falter, then all we have left now is this emotional void that's created by the absence of the person who we didn't treat properly because we were so focused on our job. So it's about you got to make sure that you're putting forth the same effort. If you're gonna work hard, that's cool. Well, make sure that you're loving hard. If you're gonna work long hours, then that's cool. On your off days, you can't sleep in all day. Get up and do something early. Spend all day with her or with him. Because you gotta put forth that effort. You got Marcus, you stupid. You just gotta start hitting your threes. You dumb. So you gotta get to that place where you're putting forth that same effort because your grind cannot take the place of your girl if you a guy.
Ooh!
And the grind cannot take the place of your guy. Because if you do, then don't get mad when somebody else is sneaking in and sliding in the DM and whispering sweet nothings because you're not putting forth effort. If your relationship is important, you got to put forth that effort. That's the only real way to do it. And the balance is you got to sometimes, like me, not this is a little different, right? Because I'm a little where my faith is and how my life, it's a little strange, right? I don't put myself in a position occupationally where I am unable to do the things that I want to do, that I'm unable to spend time. There are times and some days where I have to make sacrifices, but it's not a consistent, I don't work 14 hours every day. You know what I mean? It's because this is important to me, right? And if it's important to me, I gotta find balance. I got to because it's important. Because whatever I allow, when I allow the scales to tilt, right? Whatever I'm putting the most weight on, I'm leaving this up here susceptible to whatever may come. I leave her alone. I leave her uncovered. I leave her to her thoughts. I leave her to her feelings, and then now the security that I was supposed to create, I'm no longer creating it because I'm putting all my energy and effort into getting this check, into getting this money, but money can't buy you happiness. Money, now money does, you need money. You gotta eat, you gotta pay bills, you gotta all that kind of fun stuff. But at the same time, you gotta find the effort balance. You gotta find the effort balance.
How long have y'all been married? We're not married.
We're not even married, man. It's just we've been through a lot, and I think that God has given us perspective and revelation on relationship. And it's important for us, right, to do this now while we're in this state of relationship so you can see the journey, right? So because this is a part of us being vulnerable in our life to expose ourselves and open ourselves up to you, so that when you see, we said save some for later.
We about to pray and get off, actually.
Yeah. So when you can see the journey, you know what I mean? So that you can see, what did you say?
No,
Wants
no,
to give you a video.
Lavelle.
Negative.
I am not. No.
Negative. You're not coming on screen. So you got to get to the place where so you can see the journey. So because we don't have it all together, you know what I mean? But I don't know about you, but I'm sick of people trying to talk to me from a perfect place, right? Like acting like you got it all together. Now you want to talk about relationship because you've been married for 25 years. Okay, but what happened in year 1, right? What happened when y'all was dating? Like, where's that process? So this is us opening up and exposing so we can walk through the process together, because we in this together.
Because we understand our lives, man. Our relationship has everything to do with ministry.
Yeah.
We understand what our purpose is. So, how do you see the king in him when you're not even a priority? That king is not appointed to your life. If you're not a priority, if you're not a priority in his life, it's impossible for you to see the king or even speak to the king. The king, if the king won't even acknowledge you.
Because, check this out, right? Because in order to speak to the king, you have to be close enough for the king to hear you.
Teach, babe.
If you're not a priority, you're not even close enough in proximity for your voice to even be heard. So if I'm not if I'm not a priority, then I'm not even close enough so that my words can hold that weight. You gotta be in a place.
Outside.
You stupid. Where man treasure is, there his heart be also. Exactly. You got to invest in what you want.
That's good, Marcus.
So that's you gotta. If you're not a priority, then you gotta have the strength to identify that. And if that's your non-negotiable, now, if you cool with not being a priority, then that's one thing. But if you not, then don't keep drinking the poison expecting the other person to die. You got to be willing to say, this is killing me.
Ooh.
I got to go. So
that's good.
Man, listen, we hope y'all got something out of this. I enjoyed this. Did you enjoy this, bro?
I did.
You did some good teaching tonight.
Well, you were
oh my God.
You were the teacher tonight.
Yeah, you was teaching.
All right, in Lavelle. In Lavelle's voice.
So listen, man, we're gonna pray, and then we're going to see when y'all want us to do this again, and we'll figure out when the next
obviously Chris talking about we're gonna be live on his show on Friday.
On the Chris Mayo show.
On the Chris Mayo
stay tuned.
show.
Stay tuned for updates. But yeah, man, this is our vlog. This is sort of a sneak peek. And we'll be starting this called From Pieces to Peace. And we're excited, So we really want to do a little snippet now.
Yeah. But we really wanted to go hard February, because it's the month of love and everything like that. We felt like we can introduce From Pieces to Peace. And again, we're going to be talking about everything that we can possibly talk about. It's not just talking about relationship, even though we know that this is what God has gifted us to do, to be transparent about our lives and our brokenness. But I mean, like I said, I've experienced a whole lot. He's experienced a whole lot within relationship and then outside of relationships as well. So yeah, man, I just hope y'all stay tuned. And
definitely. And listen, if y'all have topics that y'all want us to talk about.
Yes, topics.
Shoot them topics, man. Shoot them topics.
Send it to the
messenger.
Listen, and if you guys want to be, if you don't mind, drop your emails. So that way you can always know when we're about to go live, when we're going to have topic discussions and whatnot. So please either inbox your emails or just drop it below. That's fine too. But if you have topics, you can send them via DM, or you can drop it under this video. Or if you want, you can just hit the DM on that. If this is a snippet, I'm scared for the real thing.
So listen, man. So
Go ahead,
we definitely did. Well, you gonna pray, then I'll pray.
No, I want you to pray.
Okay, I'll pray. So yeah, man, shoot your information. Share this
video. If this video has blessed y'all.
Share the video, man. I know it was long.
It was very long. It's what?
How long was it?
This is all
2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
Gee, listen, we're going to work on our time. We're going to work on our time. But listen, go back, watch the video, man, share it. And let's walk together. The main thing we want you to know is that you are not alone. We
Not alone. He's the singer of us.
Whatever.
He's the singer.
So whatever. So
yes, please watch the replay.
Watch the replay.
If you
Share the video, man.
if you
Share
came
it.
on at the last minute, please watch the replay. If anything that
look,
you got out
it's
here
so
is
much
good, share it.
content. It's so much content. You could literally be watching this all week. You can watch 20 minutes a day. You know, you got a whole week
Y'all,
worth of information. You know
that's
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
This 2.5
That's
hours.
Crazy.
That's
so
crazy.
anyway,
All right,
we're
let's
gonna pray and we're gonna get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Love you
We
guys.
are so excited. We love
Thank
y'all,
y'all for
man.
watching our video
So,
and chatting with us.
So we're gonna pray. Dearly Father God, we thank you.
Thank you.
We honor you for this opportunity. Thank you for just thinking enough of us to allow us to share with your people, God.
Yes,
Thank
God.
you for the opportunity to just pour into those who have tuned in, God. We thank you,
Thank you.
for everything that we've been through, everything that they've been through, God, everything that you kept us through. God, we just thank you for being faithful. We honor you. God, and I just pray right now that everybody that's watching, everybody that has
God.
tuned in, that you would literally just
Meet
do
them.
something miraculous in their lives. Meet them where they are. Meet them at their point of need,
Yes,
God.
God.
We just pray that you would just literally minister to their hearts and to their minds. God, for those who are seeking, God, I pray that you give them clarity, that you order their steps, order their
Yes.
stops, God. Anything that's not meant for them, destroy it, God. And everything that's meant for them and for their purpose and their destiny, develop it, God. Cause it to flourish. God, I pray that you open their ears so that they are able to hear you,
Yes,
and
God.
close their ears to every negative voice. Open their hearts, God, that they're able to love again, to feel again, to be in a place where they can understand that you have a purpose and a plan for everything that they've been through, God. We just thank you. We honor you, God. And I just pray right now that you would just, even in those that are in relationships and in marriages and those who are seeking and those who are desiring,
Yes,
that you
God.
allow firm communication, effective communication to break out in their relationships, that you would open up the channels of communication, that it will flow freely, God, that you would give the strength, God, for consistent effort, consistent appreciation, and
Yes,
consistent
God.
work. God, we just thank you, God,
Thank you.
that even those that are in that place where they're lonely, where they desire companionship, that if this is not the moment for them, that you step in and be that companion,
Yes,
God, that
God.
you step in and minister to them, that you show yourself strong. We just want you to be God in every aspect of our relationship, that you would get glory out of everything that we've been through. God, I thank you that nothing that they've been through will be wasted, that all things are working together for their good,
Thank you.
because they love you and that they're called according to your purpose. So let your purpose be revealed in their lives. God, I pray for those who are in pieces and who have fragments and
Yes,
jagged
Lord,
edges,
even now.
that you would heal, that you would restore,
of
that you
Jesus,
would
God.
revive, God, that you would literally breathe life into death, dead emotions and hearts
Yes,
that have been
Lord.
dead and dead mentalities, God. I pray that you would breathe life, that you would just heal, God. Bring wholeness and restoration to every individual that's watching this in any area of their lives, God. I just pray right now that you would just cover them and keep them, allow your presence to rest on them, and give them peace that surpasseth all understanding in every area of the relationship that they're in their work relationship, in their sibling relationship, in their relationship with their parents.
Yes, Lord.
God, even those that don't have parents, and those who are without a job, and those who have voids in relationships, God, that you would literally be the void filler
Yes,
tonight.
God, even
step in
now.
and be the void filler, God, and show yourself strong. Look, God, you are the strong deliverer, and we
Yes,
thank you
you are.
for being that, God. And we just honor you for what you're doing in the lives of those who are tuned in now, God. And I just pray that you just start and that you finish the work that you've started, God. Continue to minister to those and watch over us, God, as we leave from this place, but never from your presence. We honor you and we bless you. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
Listen, love y'all. So happy that we were able to share with y'all, and we are looking forward to the next time where we're able to do so. Share this video.
Share the video.
Drop your topics.
Drop your
on
topics.
this, either on this video or send it to us on instant message, and we're excited. We're
Any
excited to
questions
walk
you may
with
have, whatever the
Questions.
case. We're in this thing together, y'all.
Yeah.
So we're open for any type of questions, any type of communication. Man, listen, we a family.
Yeah, and we're gonna do this together. Listen, 3 things never ever to forget in life.
3.
No matter where you go, you can do it all wrong, you can do it all right. God loves you. God believes in you. And so do I. Well, so do we. We love you. Good night.
Bye. Good night.